pour your emulsion at the back of your match. Take your expired SIM card or expired ATM card or SIM pack to drag the ink. Turn the back and drag as well. Drag it and ensure that the emulsion covers every part of the divided match. That is the part you want to print on. Ensure that the emulsion has covered everywhere. If the first one you poured is not enough, please pour again. Okay, pour, because once it is enough, you will notice it and then you can scoop it out. You drag and scoop it out. You drag and scoop it out. But ensure that the whole part of your match is covered. And I think I did not mention this. The match we are using to print on the polo. This match we are using is open match. And surprisingly, this very open match is very wide. It is very wide. So we are going to be coating twice so that our work will not have any leakage at all. We are going to coat the first one and also coat the second time. So that is how you coat your match to ensure that your work is reliable. So that is what we are doing. We are taking out the remnants so that it will not affect our job. Now we are going to be drying our match with hand dryer. Okay, and please ensure your hand dryer, when you on the hottest one, you take your hand dryer backward. Now this part, the why we are closed like this is because we have not put on the highest one. That's why we are still using ordinary air, just air. It is not hot. But in the next few minutes we are going to on the real one, and then yes, we have done that. So after we did that, we have to adjust backward. We have to adjust backward because if we get closer, we end up tearing the mesh. Due to the heat, due to the very high heat, it can tear your mesh. So once you put on the very hot part of the iron, please pull your mesh back, your hand dryer backward a bit from your mesh, so you will not spoil the mesh. Yes, that's what we're talking about. So you take your time to dry your mesh properly. Take your time. It will take enough time. Not up to an hour, at least. Let's say 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how hot your hand dryer is. So you take your time and dry your mesh. Okay, and then before you stop drying it, use your hand to touch the edge of that coated mesh to ensure that it is dry before you stop. Because if it is not properly dried, your exposure will not come out. You cannot expose properly. So guys, our mesh is dried, but we are coating it for the second time. Like I told you before, the mesh we are using is very, very, it's very, very wide. That if you mistakenly use it like that, it might end up spilling ink on your polo. So you have to coat it twice if you notice that your mesh is wide. If your mesh is very wide, please coat twice to avoid issues. But you are just coating the back side. You are just coating the back side again, just to avoid story that touches the heart. Because if you condemn somebody's clothes, my brother, you will buy new one. So just coat the back side and dry again with your hand dryer. That's what we're doing for the second time. It will not take time this time because we just coated the back alone. It will not take time. We are going to finish it in the next 10 to 20 minutes. It will not take time.